Welcome to Salt Lake City.
Thank you. So fun to be here.
So I know we have a lot of audience questions, but I wanted to ask a few to start with. And I wanted to start, we saw a clip on there with you working with Patrick Stewart, but something on not X-Men.
Yes, Star Trek. It was really fun. It was one of my first jobs, and Patrick actually at the time gave me the best advice. I was very new to acting, and he said, if you look into one eye rather than both of my eyes, your eyes won't be going back and forth the whole time. So I'm like, oh, thank you so much. What a great tip. And then, of course, years later, we met again on the X-Men movies.
How different was the experience working on Star Trek with Patrick moving forward to X-Men? How different was that?
What? He had less hair?
Not much less.
Oh, well, it was such a different experience. I was more experienced, so that helped. I knew to look in one eye rather than two. I don't know, so many years had passed, so many jobs in between, and it was such an incredible opportunity to work with all these amazing actors on the X-Men movies. Wow. Right?
You worked on more than one X-Men movie, and I'm wondering which one you feel like you had the best experience on, or that you did the best in?
That's a difficult question. I mean, they were all really interesting, and I have really been so privileged that I haven't only come back in the X-Men series, alive, dead, as the Phoenix, in the Wolverine, so in all different capacities, in different forms and stuff. And I love playing the Phoenix, but thank you. I just had wished that there had been a Phoenix movie where we could really explore.
I think everybody wants that.
Yeah, it's such a great storyline. It's such a powerful character, and we only touched on like a tiny little part of it, obviously, in that whole movie.
Well, when you got that part, how much did you dive into the comics and the source material?
I did from the beginning, actually, when I was cast as Jean Grey, because I knew there was such a big it had such a big following, it had been around for so long, and I wanted to do justice to what had been written and all the fans who'd been supporting the comic books for so long. So there was, some pressure on all of us, I think, to do this right. But I loved what Bryan Singer did with the films, right? Amazing. He really set it in a reality that we hadn't seen before. All the comic book adaptations had been much flashier, and then all of a sudden we were real people with real problems. We just happened to be mutants. And I think that's the reason why so many people could relate to the characters.
I've got a couple more questions and we'll go to the audience. I want to talk, obviously, about Xenia Onatopp, because I think that was, the Star Trek appearance was a big deal, but I think really it was GoldenEye that kind of pushed that over the top. And so I'm fascinated, as someone who really loves James Bond movies, how you got into that and how you got the part.
I auditioned along with probably hundreds of women at the time who were, up for the part, and it got narrowed down to 3, I think, of us. And there was a screen test in London with Pierce Brosnan. And I really didn't think I was ever going to get this part, because there'd been such a competitive process, as all of the, acting roles are in Hollywood. But I was just thrilled to be there. And, of course, it's a pretty crazy character, Xenia Onatopp. But once I broke out that Russian accent, I was like, who cares anymore? Whatever. I'll just do whatever I want to do. And I think it took months before I even realized before they told me I got the part. But that was, I was jumping for joy. It was a great opportunity.
Did you feel some pressure because there'd been so long between James Bond movies?
I think they felt that pressure more. For me, it was, the pressure was enough just to show up and have to play a character like that in a series that's been around for so long in so many, in very different ways with different types of James Bonds, played by different actors. And you know, with that gap obviously between, but I don't know, I focused really on trying to be authentic, and also because so many people before I started filming had said to me, well, aren't you afraid that you're going to be a Bond girl and you're going to be identified with being a Bond girl in the future? And then I'd seen all the old movies, and I realized sort of what the, you know, pitfalls could be in those types of performances. So I thought, I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to be kind of crazy, and hopefully they'll let me be, you know, this wacky character. And I had just a great time doing it, and it was, thank you so much. Yeah, once you kind of, I think in life, to me at least, when I'm really afraid of doing something and I just go for it and I jump off the deep end, it tends to either reap wonderful rewards or I fall flat on my face. It's sort of the gamble you take.
I think I couldn't speak on behalf of everybody here. I think we think Xenia is probably one of the great Bond villains.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then you're starting a new television show.
Yes. I'm going to be doing a spin-off of The Blacklist, and we star, I play a wonderful, really strong, very interesting woman. And it's going to be, and Brian Eggles is going to spin off with me from the original Blacklist. So next year, in the fall, I think in the spring, you'll be seeing us on television. NBC.
So, I'm not sure where the audience microphone is, but it's right here in the front. Well, there you go. If you've got your question.
Yes, I'd like to know, out of all of the X-Men movies, what was your funnest moment?
Funnest moment? You mean, oh boy.
Being on stage, being with all the actors.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of fun moments. That's why it's going to take me a moment to really think this through. We had way too much fun sometimes. Offset, onset, there were, you know, wonderful parties. Ian McKellen was always the last one to go home. So we just, you know, you have to, you become a family, and especially when you film for so many years together. People had children, divorces, you name it, everything over the years. So we filmed in all different countries and different places. There are too many fun, and then all the travel for the promotion, so I can't pick one thing. I'm just really grateful I had the opportunity.
I imagine there's as many stories about the promotion as just filming the movie.
Yes, there are a lot of countries and a lot of parties and a lot of fun.